folks, Parkera here, and welcome to what will be a new recording session of Football Manager. It's been about 3 weeks since I last recorded this, the big marathon in 1 or 2 days of 6 or 7 episodes or more, actually. So I think I remember how to play this game, even though I never used to play it that well. But hey, it is what it is, and guess what? New game and journey, and we made the promised land finally after 7 seasons. Whew, baby. So let's just kick in here. I'm in the spreadsheet, and thanks to Bobby G that's sharing this with me. He uses it for just to keep track of his saves. Made some adjustments, obviously, and added some bits and bobs to suit myself and my club, my series. But again, massive thanks to you, mate. I appreciate you sharing that. I was going to start with Clyde, but I'm on this tab because this is the 3rd time recording this bloody video. I'm out of touch. And I made some hoo-has. I recorded the last video, but didn't record it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm at Clyde. Yes. We were in the Championship. Yes. Promoted via the playoffs, finishing 4th. Yes. Still haven't won any more championships for a while. That's day 1, so technically that's, for this season. We won one manager a month. I think it was February's. In terms of all the bits and bobs for the stats for myself, the only changes here, and I'll kind of highlight them if I can. So our reputation has gone to 2.75. We went down 1 in defensive coaching to 11. We went down 1 from 14 man management to 13. And I think, because I did piss off a lot of players last season. And motivation went up by 1. There's our win percentages, 54% still. So Clyde in total, 184 wins, 59 draws and 92 losses. So still 54%. I did have a look around, and I'm obviously wrong, but I thought I could see the stats for the season just gone in terms of these sort of stats. But no. But it is what it is. So that's my... we'll just touch on that, not much really. But the big one here is Clyde FC. So so 8 seasons now, 8 years, we finally made the promised land. We've spent 4 years in the Championship. So Championship, the best season we've ever had, definitely by far. Finishing 4th in the league, but promoted via the playoffs. And what a massive run that was. Go and check out those playoffs videos, but if you don't want to check them all out, go and check out the last one, the second leg against Air, and see how we managed to get promotion to the promised land. What a mission, what a game. The lads did so well. Bedford Cup 3rd in Group G, meh. But Scottish Cup, here we go, massive. This part of the run that helped made some money for the club and helped our reputation and just everything. Runners up, losing to Kilmarnock. Go and check out that video as well. I'll try, definitely go and have a look at it. I'll try and remember to put links to that one in the description for you. But definitely go and look at the runners up. Well, sorry, not the runners up, that game. Heartbreaking. So close, yet so far. But really good effort by the lads. Semi-finals of the Iron Brew Cup. I feel we should have done better for this, to be honest, and we should have made the finals as well. I know we probably would have had a good chance against Motherwell. But yeah, we lost to Northern Irish side Coleraine. Never mind. Reputation 2.5 for the club. I think that's actually gone by 2.75 now. It has. Oops, I think I just changed something somewhere else. Hang on. I think I've got number lock 2.75. There we go, Maradona. So we'll just touch on some of these stats going forward. So average ticket price last season, £29, £438 per season ticket. Average season ticket holders, or total season ticket holders, was 886, 1 person less. So I think the £138 increase was just too much for 1 person. Average attendance 2,902. Rubbish, in my opinion. A few seasons ago, and I did look at it before, we had the highest average attendance in the save so far is around 3,000 something. And that was, I think, 2023-24. So around here about. The reputation, average rate, average attendance, all this rubbish is too much built in, I think, into a reputation, which in my opinion is not flexible enough. I can understand an overall reputation, but I think there should be a flexibility or fluidity in the reputation. But anyway, I'm going to get carried away. That's not a jibber jabber. That's just, yeah, okay, it is what it is. Disappointing with our cup runs and the way we finished the season. Being at home for 3 playoffs, I think we should have done better. I really do. Fairly basic corporate facilities, training facilities adequate, data analysis poor, adequate youth, junior coaching average was going up. Fairly basic youth recruitment, not sure why that dropped. Maybe that extensive net was incorrect. Sponsorship money, we made 44k last season, so that's an increase of 7,000. Corporate, 97,340 pounds, that's an increase of just 38,800. Matchday income made 163k, a 47,000 pound increase. Broadcast revenue just over 46k, nice increase there of just under 43k. And competition prize money, no surprise, 654,000 pounds made in competition prize money, for a total 247,000 increase. Most of that would have been made in the Scottish Cup. And shirt sales, we sold 8,790. So into the game bits and bobs here. The fixtures have been released. We are at home to Clyde to kick off the season and away to Hibs. Not to end the season, so that's away to Dundee and away to Hibs. We're going to receive a total of about 949,000 to 950k for TV rights over next season, so that should hopefully help us out. Season expectations were set, and we only made one change to the initial board expectations here, and that was in the Premiership. They suggested relegation playoffs. I said I reckon we can avoid the relegation, so that gave us a little bit more money, gave us just over £1 million and some more wage budget to help us out. 5th round of the Scottish Cup and reached the 2nd round of the Bedford Cup. It could be interesting. So yeah, when you consider we've never done that before. Our link with Aberdeen has been terminated, which makes sense because we are in the same division now. If we go to the club, I'll just show you the other affiliates here we have. So affiliates, we've got now a second affiliate. I added Stenhousemuir only a few weeks ago in game. I had a choice. We always had a choice, but I had a choice of two teams was Stirling and Stenhousemuir. Stirling were League One, had a look at that, really nice. But their training and youth facilities were poor in comparison to Stenhousemuir. Stenhousemuir also pushed for promotion. They finished 3rd in the league and made the playoffs final, losing to Stirling. So Stirling were in the relegation playoff final as well. So I think Stenhousemuir are a team on the up, whereas Stirling kind of on the way down. So we've got now 2 League 2. Haven't decided about this one yet. Haven't really looked into it. I may just keep it because we're not paying any money, and it's another league link we can probably have as well. I'll just go into the inbox here so we can just skip ahead. We know the rules for the Premiership as well. Actually, I want to look in the Premiership because I do have a question that I would like you guys to answer if you can under the rules. I know that the Premiership splits in half into 2 different groups. We've got the Championship group and the relegation group here. Any ideas when that happens? I can't see for the life of me if there's a date. Does it happen halfway through the season? January window? Is there a certain date? Does it change every season? Or what? If you can let me know how that works, I'd really appreciate it, just so I know. And also, I believe once it splits, you only play the teams in your group. After the split, you don't play any other teams from the other group, if I recall. Or, excuse the cough. Or do you play your regular scheduled games anyway, but it only counts against the teams in your group in terms of points or something? Help an old fella out, will you, regarding that? Not too bad for prize money, really. I mean, I reckon we can finish 10th. Hey, I'll take that money. Not bad at all. So there's been slight changes to when I last left you, because the Bedford Cup was drawn. We have been drawn in Group E with Ayr, Dumbarton, Queen's Park and St Mirren. We always get these guys. Queen's Park have definitely dropped, so we should be able to beat them though. St Miriam will be a tricky one, but I think we got enough to get Ayr and Dumbarton, so we should qualify here. I actually think we can do something against St Miriam, I reckon. So I'll be expecting second at least to hopefully qualify for that second round. We have bet second before this competition at the group stage, but just never enough to point-wise to advance, because I think the second place is the best second place team that goes through. So we'll see how we go. We are going to face St Miriam. Yeah, just telling us we're going to face St Miriam as well. Now, in terms of fixtures, I haven't arranged any friendlies yet. Bedford, I was waiting on the Bedford Cup draw to be done, so now it is. And I can see I've got a couple of proposals there. I'll go in and have a look at as well. In terms of the season, excuse me, I'm not used to talking so long. We are not going to play against Dundee or Dunfermline to kick it off. We've played those teams a lot, especially Dundee in live comps. We are going to kick off the season, though, will be against Celtic, and probably I may do a double header with Hamilton included as well. I think why not? So less episodes, but more games, if you, or 2 games per episode if I can do it like that. I want to try and focus on the bigger teams if I can this season, rather than the Dunfermlines and the Dundees. I'm probably looking at some. Like definitely the Celtic, Rangers, Hamilton, Hearts, St Johnstone, Aberdeen, Hibs sort of deals more than anything else. So yeah, rather than the whole lot. So I'll probably focus and try and do a lot of double headers in that. Doesn't mean you'll get 4 episodes, for example, of just Celtics. I'll try and mix it up the best I can as well. But things move and change as we go along anyway. So that is that for the year. I'm going to just show you some transfers that we had made last season after the window, and they were to come in at obviously the beginning of the season here, the new window. So we're going to show you the transfer history here for some players. Now there's a couple here, James Ferry and James Taylor. I believe it's these two. I'm not really going to touch on too much because they were from the head of youth development signings, really for the teams, the reserves and youth. But Andy Johnson here, 21-year-old goalkeeper. I'll actually click on his name. You might be able to see it better. I'm pretty happy with him. As you may recall, Archie Mayer wasn't happy, and he left when his contract expired at the end of last season. So we didn't have a number 2. This guy was signed when I signed him. He was in relation to become a number 2, but most likely we're looking at to be the reserves goalkeeper. And he'll still be a reserves goalkeeper, but now he's going to be the number 2. So he'll get a lot more first-team games. And I think it will help his development. Overall, I'm pretty happy with him as a goalkeeper. He's rated second, obviously, which is no brainer. These are generally the first stats I look at: aerial ability, command of area, and communication. And I'm happy with all those. They rate well. Obviously, handling can be worked on, and his one-on-ones can be worked on. Good reflexes though, and rushing out could be just a bit of work on there. I know the throwing is a bit low, but I'm not overly fussed about that. I don't mind, and it's got to do some bit of strength about him as well. Oh my goodness, my voice. Dean Campbell, you'll remember, he was on loan with us last season. We did make it a permanent deal. I think I touched on this towards the end of last season, a couple of games there or episodes there. So I was very happy to get him in. So he now joins us as a permanent member of the squad, and I think he can do the job. I'm pretty sure he could be able to do the job quite well for us for a number of years. He's only 24 years old, and he's showing good leadership here as well, which is something to look for in the future. So I'm very happy with him, and of course, according to the comparison, he's rated up there as probably our best central midfielder. So interesting there. And I mentioned Jason Fury, so again, a goalkeeper for the youth. I don't know what he was thinking, the head of youth development, but okay, I let him go for it because these 2 guys, they cost me nothing and they're on no wages. So I can just click the button if they're just not working out. And this guy is a fullback. Yeah, okay, he can tackle. And then last guy, Gary Queen, I bought this guy in as I did it actually. He's for mainly, I think the future. He's only 19 years old. Got him in from Rangers on a free. He's costing us nothing per week. He's a central defender. Ideally, pace would be improved. We can store it in a lot of these areas here. But what I usually look for, and the big one for me, is positioning is very good for his age, I think. Marking and tackling as well, good bases to start with. Maybe not Premiership level, but he's not expected to play first-team games. And we just need to work on his heading and some of these other areas as well. But I think it'd be a good one to click in, I think, play in the reserves, get us some experience, maybe put on loan, and hopefully we'll see a development, because your little potential here is 4.5 star rating as potential. So if we can see that increase and maybe look at that potential, I think we're going to be sitting pretty, ladies and boys and girls. And that, I think, is that. We've touched on the facilities, we've touched on the affiliates. So, yeah, we are a national reputation team here. Oh, it's only shows 2.5 stars. Okay. So, yeah, so adequate training, youth facilities and training. And, yeah, okay, finances. And we look at the finances, of course, we're still, thanks to the off-season money, but also the cup run, we got a really good windfall there, and we struggled for years to make money. And we've finally done. We're in a position where we are positive in the balance, just over $1 million, like I mentioned before, transfer budget, and a good wage budget, 23, just under 24k. Those transfers I touch on are the only ones. We are looking for other guys, even though now it's flicked over to so that we are in the Premiership. Players still aren't keen on coming to us because our reputation is just not high enough. So it's probably going to take enough, probably a season in the Premiership before it even generates. And again, I touched on, I think reputation is too rigid. I think there needs to be a bit more fluidity about it, and there's some changes I'd like to make and suggesting that as well. But let me know just off this what you can see. What do you think? Do you think we can avoid relegation? I am actually quite prepared to give the squad a good run. I think the squad that did it with us last season deserve. I think we've got some good ability players and potential players here. And this is flicked over now. I haven't seen the ratings and the odds, so what I'll do is add that into this, because this is going to be a separate episode. Okay, so when I got the odds and some bit more bits and bobs, I will add those as we go through into this episode for you guys. It's just, like I said, it's just a touch base with you all and show you how the club is situated at the moment. The board's been pretty good. We've got some more staff here, and they've just increased the scouting range too. So we've got a number of coaches and recruitment team that we can add in here. And our scouting is now being increased to anywhere. Can't remember where it shows us. Simons, I believe. Excuse me. Blah, blah. Let me go. Players. Yeah, that's our scouting package. It said somewhere anyway. I'm not going to fluff around trying to find that for half an hour. But, yeah. And this is our scouting budget. We do actually, you know what? Oh, why don't you just do it this way, mate? I'm sure you'll find it somewhere. Yeah, scouting range upgraded. Our scouting network has been upgraded, allowing unrestricted scouting anywhere in the world. Just like that, see? Right there. All right, folks, I'll have a look at these proposals, look at these contract clauses, and go from there. And when I get the odds, I'll touch those into here with you as well. And, yeah. So I'll see you hopefully shortly. And we're back with the pre-season odds, folks. Ladbrokes Premiership title odds are, as you can expect, we have 1,000 to 1. So they're predicting that we finish 11th. But I reckon we can squeeze 10th or maybe 9th. So I guess if we consider 10th, we're all equals 1,000 to 1 odds with Dunfermline and Dundee United. So we'll see what we go through as we can anyway. So yeah, can't disagree with that. Obviously Celtic firm favourites there. Rangers 5 to 1 and Kilmarnock 6 to 1 to come third. So it'll be interesting to see. We've got a lot of work to do. Some players have come in. I'll touch on those before we kick on to the first game of the season. So that is it for this episode, folks. The season preview. We've made some changes. There has been a lot of staff coming in, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We've got offers on the table and things, which, but yeah, so we've got only spent a bit of money. But, you know, we've got a bit of wage budget up our sleeve, which I'm probably going to make an adjustment, actually. I'm actually going to make an adjustment, I think, to that. Nope, I can't. It's not letting me do that. Why not? Oh well. Alright, folks, so that's it. And as I mentioned, we will come back for the Celtic game. I have yet to decide if it's going to be a double header with Celtic Hamilton. You'll find out on the day. Alright, folks, so I am Parkera. Thanks for joining me today in this video. I don't usually do a season preview, but I thought why not do it this time around. So yeah, getting stuck into it as my new recording session for the Promised Land of Premiership, Scottish Premiership. So hit that like button if you like
like this video, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below. I love getting the comments, and I always reply to them in one way or the other. All right, folks, I am Parkera. Kia